Welcome back to GoSycamores.com as the Sycamores are preparing for the Loyola Ramblers this weekend as the coach Greg Lansing joins me here on the Greg Lansing Show. And Coach, I know you said to Brian Fritz, the voice of the Sycamores, after the game against the Redbirds, there's no such thing as moral victories in your program. But even though it didn't go the way you wanted it to in Normal, Illinois, what did you learn about your team and their effort in Normal, Illinois on Wednesday?
Well, I mean, we've been frustrated. We've been down. Obviously, we haven't been playing very good basketball, and the biggest concern to me as a coach is we haven't been competing like we need to. I think over the last couple of weeks, we've practiced awfully well. We've competed against each other, but it sure hadn't translated towards the court. So over there and talking to the team, I just let everything hang out. Let's just compete. Don't worry about the outcome right now. The outcome's going to take care of itself. But let's go out there and compete. And I thought our guys really did a good job of that through the four seniors with Brenton into the starting lineup, and they really picked it up. You guys got to fight for each other. They got to fight for each other and turn this thing around.
One of the other major talking points you brought up was how well you've been practicing. And we just got done after a practice you had this afternoon. What have you really been seeing from your team, not just in recent days leading up to the Illinois State game, but it's really been the past couple of weeks. You really spoke very highly about how your team is
I think so, Luke, but also, you know, what creeps up in us a little bit is we have a little give. If things aren't going right, we go our separate ways and we get quiet. So as a staff, we're trying to address that quicker as soon as it would happen in practice. See, guys, this has been us right here. This is what's happening right now. You got to flip that switch back to being a great communicator, talking on offense, talking on defense, playing with maximum effort, and really competing against each other. So we're trying everything. I mean, there's no question. There's no secrets here. We've tried a lot of different things, but these are good guys that work awfully hard, but we haven't been having any success. But we got to change it. It's on us. It starts with me and goes right through those seniors to those managers that are sitting behind the bench. So it takes all of us.
It's always a goal. You obviously want to win the conference championship in the regular season.
That's not going to happen this year.
But also, you want to be playing your best basketball come the end of the season. You still have time, and this team has time to really hit their stride towards the end. Though you mentioned that competitive factor, that's been getting better with Illinois State, and you'll see this weekend against Loyola. Where else have your senior team improved from the optimism side of what you've seen in practice?
Well, their energy's good. You know, they're a vocal group. They like hanging out with each other. The chemistry's good. But when the bumps in the road happen, that's where we haven't handled them well. Coaches don't have enough timeouts to stop and change that and get them refocused. People on the floor have to be able to do that. We have to do that now. A Michael Mentzer, Matt Wren team lost 5 in a row in the Missouri Valley Conference and won the conference. I was part of a staff at Iowa where in one half of the Big Ten we won one game. You know, and still won the conference tournament. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. We've shown what we can do at times when we're right, when we're playing together, fighting for each other and doing those things. Our goal from here on out, and you're right, Luke, is we got to get better every day. Forget what's happened. We can't change any of that. Let's get better today like we did, more of a mental day. Got to have a really good one tomorrow, get better against Loyola, and then on and on. So by conference tournament time, we at least think we have a chance.
Every team is different, and you mentioned your experiences of how when you were at Iowa, one Big Ten game in the second half, still found a way to win the conference tournament. Here, early on in your time here in your first year back, that NCAA tournament year had a stretch where you lost 5 straight games in a row. What can you draw on from those past experiences for you personally that really made those teams able to find and click a gear that you hope you can maybe try to instill in your guys here this year to spark a run here in the second half?
The players still have to believe. I know Michael Mentzer and Matt Wren, a team led by those guys, is never going to think they can't win a game. They were still supremely confident, and they probably got going, learned a lot from how they'd been playing and the way they had those losses. Shoot, the one game we won in that half of the Big Ten was an double overtime game at home against a Purdue team that was on the bottom of the league. So anything can happen. Anything can happen, but you have to have a belief in each other. You have to have a belief in them. I have a belief in our guys. I know what's in there. I know what's in them, but they have to believe it too, and they have to fight for each other. You know, every game we have is going to be a slugfest. There's nothing easy. There's no one that's going to feel sorry for us or give us anything. But our goal right now is to trend upward from here on out.
Looking at the rest of the schedule, I know you have Loyola coming into this building this weekend, but you've already seen Wichita State twice, Illinois State twice, and Missouri State twice. 3 teams are in the upper half of this league so far. Now, as you kind of switch gears to a team like Loyola you haven't seen yet, what stands out about the Ramblers?
Yeah, even Todd Golden said that to us after the game last night, is you've had a gauntlet. You had a really difficult schedule. The other thing, our non-conference was really, really difficult. But that's what you want. You know, if we're right and we're better and where we want to be, you win some of those games and you're a team that's right there in the hunt for a conference championship and a team that's talked about for the NCAA tournament. That's our goal. That's what we want all the time. We're not there right now. We're not there right now. So all we control is what we can control, and that's continuing to improve every day. Start working our way up, stringing some wins together, getting better, making each other better, and just see what happens.
I think it's an important point, too, that you've been bringing up this week and really throughout the season, too, is yes, winning is the ultimate goal, and it's not that you guys are just showing up like at normal just to play close. You went it there to win those games. But you mentioned the personality of this team, how they represent Indiana State really in the classroom and outside of this basketball court. Really hope that the fans can still come out and watch a team that really represents Indiana State very well, even though the end result is not quite there where you guys want it.
Right, I'm big on quotes, and one of my favorite to use in a time like this is that at any time you have the power to say, this isn't how it's going to end. You know, and that's why I'm talking to these seniors. This is your senior year, guys. You're going to talk about it for the rest of your life. You can flip it right now. You can flip it. We can do some special things still, even dealing with all the negativity that we've had. And we've talked about dealing with adversity. I'm going to be right out there in front. I'm the head coach. I'm responsible for what we put out there this program, and those guys as seniors, they are too. We got to look adversity in the eye. We got to be real with each other, and we got to keep trying to get better.
I'm ready to flip it. Are you and the guys ready to flip it this weekend?
I sure am. I know I'm ready. I know they are too. I feel for them. I do, because I'm hard on them too, but I feel for them, and to be able to really compete with the best team in the league last night, have a chance to win it down the stretch, that says something. That says something, because a couple weeks ago, they came in here and slapped us right in the face, and we didn't respond very good. So hopefully we keep trending upward.
Coach, always appreciate the time. Good luck against the Ramblers on Saturday.
Thanks, Luke.
Once again, that was head coach Greg Lansing. We'll talk to you again next week on the Greg Lansing Show. For the coach Greg Lansing, I am Luke Martin saying so long. We'll see you Saturday inside the Hulman Center.